Write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just 'cause I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like suns and like moons, with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise.
Born during a challenging time, not only for women, but more so for blacks. She was motivated by the struggles and defeats. She knew how she wanted to live her life. She wanted to live for her passion of change. Her life experiences were put down in ink and to be shared by her voice. This voice belonged to Maya Angelou. Her history was her foundation. 86 years ago, Marguerite Johnson was born. She was nicknamed Maya by her brother. At the tender age of 7, she was raped by her mother's boyfriend. And she withdrew, and she lived 6 years in silence. At the age of 17, she became pregnant, and 1 month before she graduated, she gave birth to her son. After that, she left home, and she became a waitress to make a life for her and her son. She was not only a waitress, but she also was a singer and a dancer. She was a composer, a producer. She was a motivational speaker. She was a teacher, a mentor, and a madam, and a prostitute. During her time of silence, she had found writing to be her voice. In the late 50s, she joined the Harlem Writers Guild, and she found herself involved in politics after hearing Dr. Martin Luther King speak at a church. She became a civil rights activist. Maya lived as a woman, but also as black, and so she understood segregation. Dr. Martin Luther King asked her to come and work for him. She also traveled to Africa, and she befriended Nelson Mandela. She also met Malcolm X, and he had asked her to come and be part of his campaign. Life had given Maya much to write about. Her first autobiography, Why the Caged Bird Sings, was written in 1970, and it was based on her early childhood. This launched her career, and her voice was heard by all. She wrote 5 more autobiographies covering the first 40 years of her life. She has been asked to share her words with many public figures. President Bill Clinton was asked her to write for his inauguration. She also went back and was at Nelson Mandela's inauguration and spoke at his funeral. She received many, many awards during her time. Most recently, she was the first recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Maya had been quoted as saying, "I speak the black experience, but I always am talking for the human condition." She was known to speak about tolerance, justice, and peace. Like many before her, she had been part of a fight for change, but never got to see it come full circle. Like a phoenix, Maya arose from the ashes of her dire conditions. She grew strong from her life experiences. She soared across racial, cultural, and political boundaries, leaving a piece of herself with everyone whom she touched. The aging phoenix, still sharp, witted, but growing weary, passes on. As her flame dies out, her words of hope, courage, and love will go on and live. Maya Angelou, Crusader of Peace and Change, 1928 to 2014. Thank you for your time, and I encourage you to discover more about Maya Angelou. Thank you.